Day 6 of my vlog, Life After a Breast Cancer Diagnosis. Hi guys, I am still on my Texas trip. I am celebrating my 48th birthday tomorrow. So this is the check-in from the hotel about some things that are beginning to come up for me. And let's get into it. I'm really excited, humbled, feel supported by so many of you reaching out to show concern about me getting a diagnosis for breast cancer. And you know, just I haven't heard, there's some people I haven't heard from in ages, like I'm talking about millions of years, and you're all reaching out and letting me know that I'm in your thoughts and your prayers, and I really super appreciate that. However, because you know, when we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. However, some of you gotta back up. You gotta, I said I would love, you got to back up. Because if it's overwhelming for me, someone who's a CEO with 5 different jobs going on and all the things and all the hats I wear, if it's overwhelming for me, I cannot imagine how overwhelming it is for someone who is not as confident as me about getting through this just fine, and what that might feel like. So I'm gonna start by saying that if you heard about things on the internet about what works for breast cancer, it is probably best not to share it. Now, if you have personal history, Uma, I had breast cancer and I did this 24/7 and it went away, I'm gonna listen. I want to listen. I need to listen, okay? But if you are just a well-meaning supporter, you love me and you just want to help, but you yourself have not tested said product, remedy, solution, service, then please do not send it to me, because I am getting overwhelmed with, I think I have at this point now 20 people of personal recommendations. And if I was to follow every single recommendation of every one of you guys, I don't know, I might as well just lock myself in a jail cell, because now this is a good recommendation. This is from Alex on my LinkedIn. She said, Uma, thank you so much for sharing the journey you're on. When I first began working in breast surgery alongside an exceptional breast surgeon, I don't know what was the point of mentioning Dr. Tony. I guess, you know, shout out to Dr. Tony. I learned that a breast cancer diagnosis does not automatically mean a fatal illness. Thanks to advances in technology, surgical techniques, radiation, chemo, and medications, early detection and timely intervention can allow people to have long, full lives. Please know that I'm here to support you. I love this. This is an actual healthcare provider reaching out to me saying, I am available. I'm probably going to reach out to her and be like, hey, can I get your second opinion on whatever my doctor is telling me? And you know, that is something that I can use. So shout out to Alex and by default, indirectly, Dr. Tony, for the work they're doing with breast cancer research and studies and working in that field, because that gives me a lot of comfort to hear that from them. You know, to everybody else who is just trying to care, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say one. I'm just going to say to think about the person first. I know you want to help. I know you have a beautiful heart and you feel very strongly about what other people are going through, but you have to put the other person first. And the other person is being completely overwhelmed. One, first, because they just got hit with a diagnosis they did not see coming for nothing. And then 2, having to deal with the idea that this could lead to death and we will no longer be here. And then 3, everybody on the earth is reaching out to them to give them all this advice. So just for consideration, guys, all I need is for you guys to say, I'm sorry to hear that you had that diagnosis, but I trust in you and I know that you'll do well. And thank you for the videos. The videos are giving me life, you know? I like those things because that makes me feel like what I'm doing here makes sense to me trying to make sense in a very nonsensical world. You know, it gives me some sort of grounded comfort, and that's what I need right now. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and for commenting on my social media. Like I said, if you guys keep commenting, I will choose the ones that I feel align with the direction I'm going in and to repost it, because what I am finding out is that there's a lot of women who actually are living in fear and terror of getting breast cancer. So to see me come on with my happy, happy, joy, joy self, letting people know it is what it is, you know, you just got to keep living and keep going on with, and that's why I got these eye masks on, because you know, we're traveling, so I'm trying to still look cute and all. So, yeah, it's normal. We'll get over it. We surely will. All right, that's a wrap. I'll see y'all tomorrow on my birthday.